I've been doing this job 18 years. Okay, 18 years. It's hard to do anything 18 years. And people say to me, well, aren't you tired of it? I mean, I've pretty much been doing the same job for 18 years. I mean, I wasn't always head designer, but I've been designing magic for 18 years. And people say to me, okay, but when are you moving on? Like, have you done it? Have you got it? Have you got your fill of it? And what I said is, no, you don't understand. It's not done. Like, my job, whenever I go to do a magic set, we are evolving. We are learning, and we are doing things different than we did before. For example, I was around for each of these stages. I mean, I was there for the tail end of the first stage, but I was around for alliances. But I was there for each of the stages. I went through that stage. It wasn't like I knew better. I didn't. We learned. And we learned at each stage about how to make it better. And here's the awesome thing. You ready for the awesome thing? There's a sixth stage coming. The fifth stage, not the last stage of magic. We're going to figure out other ways to make magic even better. And I don't know what they are. By the way, why do I keep doing this job? Because when I was working on the first stage, I didn't know the second stage yet. When I was working on the second stage, I didn't know the third stage. I didn't know the fourth stage. I didn't know the fifth stage. That I've been able to be along to watch the discovery and sometimes make the discovery of magic and watch it evolve. And I know there's a sixth stage right now, just waiting to be found. And that my job as head designer is to try to find the sixth stage, is to figure out what's the next step of evolution. You know, and the key to doing it is to try to make the fifth stage, to improve the fifth stage the best I can, to make the best possible fifth stage, to keep evolving and iterating, that I am taking the last big change and making it do the best thing it can. Because what will happen, and history showed me this, is that in trying to make the fifth stage the best stage it can, I will discover, or somebody else, if not me, will discover the essence that makes the sixth stage. You know, and that, why don't I get bored after 18 years? Because my job is not the same job. The game I make this year is not the game I made 5 years ago. It's not the game I made 10 years ago. That it keeps changing, and my role keeps changing. And that what I have to do and how I have to do it keeps changing. Because what happens is, I get good at something. And once I get good at it, I look for ways to keep improving. And then I find new skills that I do not yet have and try to improve on those. Like I said, we spent a lot of time figuring out how to consolidate things and make them uniform so the game had a cohesiveness to it. And in doing that, as Aaron noticed, we had lost track of something that we had to find again. We had to find the spirit. We had to find the emotion. You know, and now that we're doing that, and I think we're doing a really good job. I'm super happy with Theros, you know, and, I mean, the funny thing is, not only am I done with Theros, I'm done with Huey, which is, you guys won't see the next fall. I'm working on Blood the year after that. And I'm working on Advanced Design for a set after that. And I'm working on like a 7-year plan for 7 years after that. There's all sorts of stuff coming. I mean, here's the thing that's amazing, that you guys, I mean, I can't give you details here, but there's so much awesome coming. There's so many, like, the fact that the hardest part of my job is I have to wait 2 to 3 years. We do amazing things, and then I have to wait for you guys to see it. There's so much awesomeness in our future. Magic has, like, if you think that Magic is resting on its laurels, if you think that Magic has nowhere to go, well, you are wrong, because I'm living in the future. I know what it is, and it's freaking going to be awesome. And I gotta wait until you guys, I have to wait for you guys to see it. Not that what's coming up isn't awesome. It's all awesome, but I mean, anyway. Magic design is constantly evolving. That is my lesson of today, which is, if you love Magic and love watching it evolve, you are in luck, because it is doing that. It is constantly doing that. And I'm happy to say that it's continuing to do that. And there's such cool stuff coming that you guys have no idea. And I will have to sit by and watch. Eventually I will get to see it. And to be fair, you know, everything coming is awesome. Theros Block is awesome. There's great new stuff coming in Theros Block. Huey Block is awesome. There's amazing things coming in Huey Block. Blood Block is awesome. There's great stuff coming there. So, we will keep iterating if you guys keep playing. Anyway, if you cannot tell, I am passionate about Magic design. Very, very, very much. I love what I do. It's my dream job. The fact that I get to drive to work and talk about this and get so excited about it is because I love what I do. And I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully we're delivering. I want to knock this out of the park every chance we can. I want Magic to keep iterating and become, I think it is the best game, but I want it to become even better. that if magic is amazing with 20 years innovation, what happens with 30? What happens with 40? What happens with 50? Anyway, I'm now at work, and I got to go. So anyway, thanks for joining me today on what has been a very passionate podcast and long podcast. But thank you guys for joining me, and I have to happily go be making magic. Talk to you guys next time.